What's up, guys? It's Lucidin, and this is the 2024 recap. It has been an absolutely amazing year in terms of shows, the energy in the crowd, the music that I've been working on. I mean, I released my first album this year. It's been insane. So let's dive right in and take a look back on everything that's happened in 2024.
I can't hear you.
So this year started out honestly with me DJing in a sweaty basement in a frat house, and it was like that for honestly a good portion of the year. But throughout the year I started to kind of get a reputation on my campus. People started coming to the parties to see me DJ. I just picked up a Denon SC Live 4. It was definitely an experience. I did gain a lot of knowledge and experience in terms of reading a crowd, kind of figuring out what certain crowds like, and just getting better at mixing anything in general. And then in August this year, I've been trying to DJ for this group named Omens. That's an important name. Remember that for later. And I had been DMing them. I've been talking to a lot of the guys on that production crew. I had gotten a text when I was out at dinner, and all it said was, "Do you want to open tomorrow?" They were doing an underground, and I was so excited. I rushed home. I immediately put together what I thought was the perfect opening set, and from there I just did what I know how to do best and just played out the set. I ended up not following it exactly. I winged it. I really read the crowd. That was my biggest fear, was I was gonna play music that they didn't like. But after seeing even the clips from it, which are insane, the crowd loved it, and the guys at Omens really enjoyed my set, and that kind of set the tone for the rest of this year.
ID. Fake ID. Fake ID.
And then came September. I gotten my feedback from the Omens guys. They really enjoyed talking to me. They really enjoyed my set as well, and that meant a lot to me. Honestly, that was my first time playing an actual rave, playing for a crowd that liked the same music that I like. Kind of different from what I was doing, obviously, at the parties and in the sweaty basements. And so September comes around, and it had been a little radio silent for a while, and then their booking manager reached out to me and asked if I wanted to play at Encore in Kearny Mesa. They asked if I wanted to headline it, and I was mind blown by that. I was so grateful, I was so humbled by it, I was so excited when I got that opportunity. I just remember I spent 2 weeks, about 2.5 weeks, preparing this set. When it was a week before the set, I had found out that we had sold about 1,700 tickets to this show. It was just one of those things where it didn't hit me until the night of, is when all my friends had showed up, everyone from school had shown up, all my friends from back home had shown up. I just remember sitting kind of backstage, and they had saw me sneak across the stage, and I just remember hearing the crowd erupt chanting, "Eric, Eric, 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 Eric." That's when it hit me, I'm actually doing this. Little 13-year-old me would be so proud right now. It was insane. During the set, there were some issues. The speaker system had shut off twice. There was something issue with the electrical. The good news about that is that the crowd didn't miss a beat, and I love that. I was able to kind of bring the crowd's energy back, and they didn't miss a beat.
System broke twice. We good?
It was amazing. I had so much fun. The guys at Omens, and it was framed in LA as well. I got great feedback from both of them, and they were just absolutely blown away by the set that I worked on, and that meant the world to me because I put honestly my heart and soul into that show. So after this encore show, they told me like, yeah, we're definitely staying in touch. That was amazing, and I started to become more involved with the Omens team as well. After following the encore show, we did 2 shows, like smaller shows at this place called KO Underground in downtown San Diego. It was smaller shows, and so there's a lot more kind of experimenting that we did in terms of, let's see if this song would work with this crowd, or see if this mashup works. That's what I really like about the smaller shows as well. Those were a ton of fun. And then came the Halloween show. That was absolutely insane. I think that night I ended up playing for 3.5 hours. That night was so much fun. I remember the entire Omens crew was there, a bunch of my friends were there, and we rented out this sick warehouse. It was just like a car storage warehouse or a car club warehouse, and they moved all the cars in the back. I never really saw the stage with the lights on and everything until after I got off stage. I was sitting there in the crowd, and I was like, oh my god, I was just playing up there. It was sick. It was so cool. And I played about 3.5 hours that night. There was some, a scheduling mix-up, and that's why they told me, hey, just keep going. So I had only had about 2 hours-ish worth of music kind of prepared. And then after that, when they told me to just keep going, I just winged it, and whatever stuck, and the crowd loved it. It was a great crowd. It was so weird seeing everyone in costumes too, but it was cool. It was fun. It was different for me, and I had so much fun. And in the videos I was smiling like a kid in a candy store. Just I'm being able to do what I wanted to do since I was in middle school, and I'm so grateful for that opportunity to be able to do these shows.
Some spooky rhythm. Let's get wacky. This is some spooky rhythm.
After the Halloween show, we did a couple smaller undergrounds. We did, I think, 1 or 2 more shows at KO Underground downtown. And then came December. And that is when Isonaut came to their hometown of San Diego. And that we decided we were going to throw the unofficial after party for the Isonaut shows. And we did both Saturday and Sunday. So that was my first official 2-day show. It was inside a furniture warehouse on the 2nd story. And so the setup of it in itself was unique. I remember when I was told, like, hey, you're playing for Isonaut. Like, you're playing, not for Isonaut, but you're playing for the Isonaut Afters. And I immediately went to work. I put together, I think, 3 different renditions for Saturday. And I feel confident in saying the fact that I nailed it. I mean, the crowd's energy, it honestly was the craziest experience, I think, of this year. Second to the encore event for sure. There were some moments in the crowd where there was, like singing the melodies. That for me was, again, just surreal. Like hearing the crowd sing the melody of the song I was playing. And then day 2 of ISOKNOC, Sunday, I ended up ripping from about 12:30 to 3:30 that night. And around, I'd say like 2:30ish, apparently, I didn't know this in the moment, like while I was performing, but ISO and Knock 2 were there. They actually came to the venue after the show, and they were there during my set. They were apparently standing right kind of like off to the side. They were trying to be low-key about it. So I wish I knew they were there so I could have gone up after my show and just thanked them for coming out. It gives me motivation to keep going, like, hey, this is working. Like whatever like Omens is doing, whatever I'm doing, it's working. I don't know, I can't describe it. I really can't. It's amazing. I love it. This is everything I could have ever asked for. It's awesome. I love it. Side note about the ISOKNOC show as well, that was actually my 21st birthday, and so I got to DJ on my 21st birthday, and that was honestly all I could have ever asked for my 21st. It made the most memorable 21st birthday ever. I feel like I was surrounded by all of the Omens guys, some of the most genuine people I've ever met, and it was so surreal to me being able to do something that I loved for my 21st birthday. And then on top of that, playing the ISOKNOC afters, that was a huge show for us. It was a huge deal for us, and it really got the word out. And it was honestly an amazing night. So being that it was my 21st birthday, now that means I could play at actual nightclubs. And that was my first official club set. And that was something I was super excited for. I ended up playing one smaller mini set with my boy Gio. We did like a little back-to-back set in the main room. And then a secondary room, I did just a regular tech house set. And the crowd loved me. Honestly, I was told afterwards that I had more people in the secondary room than there were in the main room during my set. It was super cool. Spin is such a sick look. But either way, that night, it was Omen's first 21 plus show as well. So being able to work with them and being a part of that as well was something that was super special to me and something I'm still so forever grateful for. Give a huge shout out to Omens for giving me a chance just with that initial opening slot, and for continuing to work with me, and for bringing me on board the team as well. Being surrounded by the guys over at Omen has been honestly nothing but an amazing learning experience. I've learned so many new things, I've gotten so many different perspectives. I've gotten the chance to actually learn how to use CDJs, and I'm so grateful for everyone over at the Omens team. Honestly, they've made my childhood dream come true, and I want to give another shout out to Night Days events as well. Give a big shout out to all my friends and all my supporters. Give a big shout out to Frame from LA. As everyone, all the production crews, all of the organizers and hosts that I've worked with throughout this year. I want to give a big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys. So that's a wrap for 2024. I can't wait to see what happens in 2025. I can't wait to see you guys there. I'm so grateful for everything that has happened. I'm so grateful for you guys for supporting me and all of the love and support that's come from me finally putting myself out there and doing these shows and producing more music. I'm excited. I'm going to start switching up kind of the music I'm making right now. Going to see some of that coming up in 2025. I'm so excited to see what the New Year holds, and I can't wait to bring you guys with me. Peace.
What you gotta say?
That was insane. My ears are not gonna recover from this, and it is so worth it. It's worth every bit of it. Oh, this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning, man. Holy shit.